Welcome back to our channel. Have you ever wondered about the warnings Jesus gave about the rise of a false religion and the emergence of a powerful entity? Did you know that some believe these prophecies point towards Islam? We'll be delving into the intriguing parallels and contrasting beliefs between Christianity and Islam. And what about the black stone in Mecca? It holds immense significance to millions of Muslims worldwide, but did you know it has a connection to the biblical prophecies? Could the black stone be the image warned about in the Bible? Does it bear any resemblance to the beast and the false prophet? And what do these prophecies mean for the future of Christianity and Islam? Join us as we explore the deep-rooted beliefs surrounding this sacred stone and its role in Islamic worship. According to the writings in the Bible, specifically in Daniel, Revelation, and Ezekiel, Jesus warned John about two significant events that must happen before his second coming. The first event is the emergence of a global false religion, led by a deceptive false prophet. This religion claims to promote peace but spreads false teachings and doctrines. It has a distinctive mark and establishes an image to be honored. This false religion is associated with a powerful city situated on 7 mountains, which exercises authority over the kings of the earth. It is believed that this false religion referred to by Jesus is Islam. To understand Jesus' warning about the monster and the image, we need to consider what he strongly advises against concerning the Islamic beast and its Kaaba image. It is not merely about abstaining from certain dietary practices, bowing to the Kaaba's black stone, learning a new language, or planting trees. The Bible indicates that the false prophet sets up an image to be honored by the beast, and in Islam, it is known that Prophet Muhammad placed the black stone in the Kaaba in Mecca, Saudi Arabia. This image is what Jesus warned about, and it is believed that the spirit of the beast resides in the Kaaba. Muslims consider Jesus to be a revered prophet rather than God or the Son of God, as the Quran states. They reject certain aspects of God described in the Bible and have their own beliefs. According to Islamic teachings, Jesus, known as the Messiah, holds a significant position among the Muslim prophets sent to guide the Israelites. Muslims believe that Jesus served as a servant and prophet of God, sent to provide guidance to the children of Israel, imparting the teachings of the Torah and the Gospel. However, the Quran states that the original scriptures of Jesus are not available today. Islamic prophecy holds that when the Mahdi, the Guided One, appears, he will unearth copies of the Torah and the Gospel, engaging in debates with Jews and Christians, ultimately leading them to embrace Islam. The Quran also mentions that Jesus prophesied the coming of a prophet named Ahmad, which is one of the names of Prophet Muhammad. However, Christians have altered and mistranslated this term to mean comforter, in order to avoid acknowledging Muhammad as the final true prophet of God. In a similar vein, just as the Jews at the time of Jesus rejected and did not recognize him as a prophet, they attributed his miracles to magic and denied his miraculous birth. This stance contradicts the teachings of both Christianity and Islam. According to the Quran, Jesus was born miraculously without a human father, from a chaste and righteous woman. However, he was regarded as a servant and prophet of God rather than his son. The Quran diverges from Christian belief regarding the crucifixion of Jesus. Islamic belief maintains that Jesus was not crucified. Instead, one of his disciples, Judas Iscariot, betrayed him and disclosed his whereabouts to his adversaries. Before they could apprehend Jesus, God raised him up to the heavens, while altering Judas Iscariot's appearance to resemble Jesus. Consequently, Judas was captured and crucified, while people mistakenly believed it was Jesus. Moreover, Muslims anticipate the return of Jesus in the end times, where he will offer prayers behind the Mahdi. Nonetheless, it is essential to recognize that the Islamic perspective on Jesus differs from the portrayal presented in the Bible. The significance of the black stone in Mecca and its connection to Islamic worship should not be overlooked. The book of Revelation mentions the beast, which disappeared but will emerge from the abyss. When people witness the beast's great power, they will be astonished, as it will be unstoppable. The black stone of Mecca holds immense significance to Muslims, as they believe it represents Allah's presence on earth. Muslims are required to touch the stone at least once in their lifetime to be deemed worthy of entering paradise. However, worshipping statues, including stone statues, is strictly forbidden in the Holy Scriptures. Throughout history, though, forced worship of statues was common in various cultures, including during the times of the Old and New Testaments. Both the Catholic Church and Islam have associations with statues. The Vatican has ties to the Black Stone, and Muslims, Buddhists, and Hindus consider statues significant in their worship. It is important to note that worshipping statues goes against the teachings of the Bible. Some false prophets claim that the image of the beast will be a hologram generated by artificial intelligence. However, this theory overlooks the association of the first beast and the second beast, the two popes, with demonic entities. Therefore, it is believed that the image itself is also demonic rather than solely electronic. Islamic prophecy and the religious history of Syria, Saudi Arabia, and Rome highlight the importance of the black stone in Mecca to Muslims. Muslims pray toward Mecca and consider touching the black stone a significant act of worship. According to certain interpretations, Jesus' prophecy about the emergence of the beast and its image in the end times alludes to a global false religion led by a deceptive prophet. This religion is associated with a prominent city situated on 7 mountains, bears a distinctive mark, and reveres an image of great significance. Some individuals propose that this false religion corresponds to Islam, with the mentioned image being the black stone located in the Kaaba in Mecca. However, it is important to recognize that interpretations of religious prophecies can vary, and different individuals and religious groups may hold diverse understandings of these teachings. Muslims believe that the black stone in Mecca possesses the power to grant forgiveness of sins and perform miraculous healings. Conversely, Christians maintain that only Jesus has the authority to extend forgiveness, healing, and eternal salvation. The Bible highlights the unique role of Jesus Christ as the cornerstone and the sole source of redemption. In contrast, the Quran and Islamic traditions attribute special qualities to the black stone. However, Christians believe that Jesus is the ultimate source of spiritual blessings. Islam officially denies that Jesus is the Son of God, which contradicts the biblical definition of the Antichrist. According to the Bible, the Antichrist is the one who denies that Jesus is the Christ. Islam, therefore, aligns more closely with the description of the beast and false prophet in the Bible than any other religion. Across history, there have been instances where Islam has been associated with acts of violence, conquest, and persecution against Christians and Jews. Numerous Christians have endured suffering and loss of life under Islamic rule, and such violence persists in various regions today, including Nigeria, Syria, Iraq, Egypt, and Sudan. Additionally, Muslims from North Africa engaged in the enslavement of Europeans and Americans, raiding coastal towns and coercing people into converting to Islam. Consequently, Islam's historical trajectory has been marked by a significant amount of bloodshed, suffering, and devastation, distinguishing it from other ideologies. The expansion of Islam has often been accompanied by a profound animosity towards Christ, Christians, and Jews, contributing to the perception of it as a religion characterized by violence and intolerance. Muslims hold the belief that a figure known as the Mahdi, a Muslim man, will emerge during a period of great tribulation and establish global dominance, ruling for a span of 7 years. This concept bears similarities to the Antichrist as described in Christian beliefs. Islamic teachings also state that Jesus will return to earth prior to the Day of Judgment, but his mission will involve the abolishment of the cross and the eradication of Christianity. In this Islamic interpretation, Jesus is depicted as using miracles to deceive people and promote the worship of the beast. In the Book of Revelation, the individual who deceives others is referred to as Muhammad. The beast symbolizes the bishops of Rome, and the primary image associated with it is the black stone in Mecca. Those who choose to worship the beast and its image will face divine punishment, while those who refuse to worship them will encounter the wrath of the Antichrist. Muslims have been instructed that the God of Abraham is not a trinity and has not taken on human form. They have also been taught that the Bible has been tampered with and is not trustworthy. However, the reality is that the text of the Bible is reliable and accurate. Jesus himself declared that if we abide in him and his teachings abide in us, we can ask for anything, and it will be granted to us. Jesus listens to the prayers of those who have faith in him, and the Bible contains signs and messages from God to direct and guide us. We should emphasize the significance of praying for Muslims to encounter the life-changing influence of the Holy Spirit and gain a deeper comprehension of God's love and the truth of Jesus Christ. It is crucial to seek prayers for Muslims to have receptive hearts and open minds to engage with the gospel, as well as for them to develop connections with Christian individuals who can share the message of salvation. Moreover, fostering unity, peace, understanding, tolerance, and respect among all individuals, irrespective of their religious disparities, is of utmost importance. As faithful followers eagerly anticipate the magnificent second coming of Jesus, they discover strength and inspiration in the understanding that he alone holds the authority to conquer the forces of evil. The ultimate defeat of the malevolent entity symbolized by the beast lies solely in the hands of Jesus. Christians find comfort in the certainty that Jesus will prevail over every opposing power, ensuring triumph over sin and death. Their steadfast belief is firmly grounded in the assurance that Jesus' promises are steadfast, unwavering, and eternally true. The black stone holds great importance in Islam as a revered item believed to have been bestowed upon Prophet Abraham, by the angel Gabriel. It is positioned in the eastern corner of the Kaaba in Mecca. Muslims attribute spiritual significance to the stone and believe that touching or kissing it during the Hajj pilgrimage or Umrah brings blessings. Nevertheless, it is crucial to acknowledge that the stone itself does not inherently possess the power to bestow forgiveness or healing. These beliefs stem from Islamic traditions and interpretations. In Islamic teachings, Jesus, referred to as Isa in Arabic, is held in high regard as a prophet and messenger of God. However, there are significant differences between Islam and Christianity regarding Jesus' divinity and his role as the Savior. In Islam, Jesus is considered a human being, and the concept of the Trinity is rejected. According to Islamic belief, Jesus was not crucified but was elevated to heaven by God, safeguarded from harm by his adversaries. Islam further teaches that Jesus will come back to earth at a later time to assume the role of a fair ruler and judge. Islam and Christianity exhibit contrasting rituals, practices, and theological convictions. Muslims participate in regular prayers, adhere to fasting during Ramadan, give alms, and undertake the Hajj pilgrimage to Mecca. Conversely, Christianity places emphasis on faith in Jesus Christ, baptism, partaking in the Eucharist, communion, and leading a life of love and obedience to God. These disparities reflect diverse interpretations of religious teachings and customs. Over time, there have been instances of tension and strife between Muslims and Christians, driven by a combination of political, social, cultural, and religious dissimilarities. Nonetheless, it is important to acknowledge that these conflicts do not reflect the beliefs and sentiments of all individuals from either religious group. It is imperative to engage in interfaith dialogue and undertake initiatives that foster comprehension, respect, and peaceful coexistence among diverse religious communities. These efforts play a vital role in promoting harmony and unity. Christians are urged to engage in prayer for Muslims and to participate in dialogue characterized by respect and kindness. By engaging in open and compassionate conversations, individuals can exchange their perspectives and personal experiences of faith, thereby promoting mutual understanding and establishing bonds of friendship. Prayer is of utmost importance in seeking God's guidance, fostering transformation, and facilitating reconciliation among diverse religious communities. Our task is to believe in what God has arranged and be alert to the signs He sends us. We should pray diligently, asking for alertness and prepared hearts to welcome Him back. In the face of challenges and deceptions, we should remain spiritually awake and vigilant, seeking guidance from God's light and His Word. We should also pray for those who oppose and resist God, asking for their hearts to be softened and their eyes opened to the truth of His grace. In a divided world, we should pray for unity among God's children, that those opposed to Him may experience the unifying power of His love. We should strive to be instruments of reconciliation, extending compassion and understanding to others, and reflecting the light of God's truth in our lives. When Jesus returns, the world will be remade, and our faithfulness and obedience will determine our rewards. If found faithful, we will fulfill God's design for us and be greatly rewarded. However, if found unfaithful, we may lose part of our inheritance in the kingdom. Nonetheless, God will always be our inheritance, and we will not lose Him. Thank you for watching, and if you're intrigued to explore the intricate relationship between Christianity, Islam, and the prophecies of Jesus, be sure to hit that subscribe button and join us in our upcoming videos. Don't miss out on this fascinating journey of discovery and understanding. Remember, knowledge brings us closer together. Stay curious, stay open-minded, and we'll see you in the next video.